tonight. Mercato is crazy tonight. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la. Mercato is crazy. Ah, la 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 la. Mercato is crazy. Ah, la 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight. Mercato is crazy tonight. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la.
Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you are all doing well. It was not a live that was planned, absolutely not, because today is the birthday of my wife, so I spent the day with her after I recorded the video. I came back home and now she decided to go to bed, so I decided to jump on a live because there are a lot of things that we need to speak about. Mercato, as you saw on the thumbnail, with an acceleration on Renato Veiga. There is also Lloyd Kelly that is there, but also a game tomorrow, a game against Brugge here in Belgium. I will not attend the game, so for people that are asking, Beppe, where will you be tomorrow at the stadium? I will not be there in the game, so tomorrow here we go with the watch along. But the bomba came from UK. Pay attention, because in these talks with or for Renato Veiga, there could be possibly a player that is there from Juve to go on the other side. Pay attention, huh? Pay attention, huh? Because that could be a huge, big one. I know. I promise you, Marcello, that before starting the live, I was like, I need to change my t-shirt. Because t-shirt, beanie, black and white, disaster, but it is what it is, guys. Let me say hello to the people in the chat. Orion45. Okay, for Orion we have a special message that I want to start with, so at least we put the basics. Orion, you know it, it's written here down, it's scrolling, so I will wait a few seconds so that all the people are able to read it, so that now that we have put that and that it's settled and that the debate is closed, we can start with the live. Ciao Orion, ciao Bogdan, ciao Grande Bebo, ciao Lionel Creative, that is already spoiling a bit that bomba of Mercato. Ciao Nur, ciao Sir Raz, Bogdan that wanted to go to sleep, and now it's too late. I will not go long. Today will not go long. It will absolutely not be a long live. I promise you it will not be a long live. Today we go short. At least we speak about everything that we need to say, and then we stop. Ciao Thomas Maklouf. I thought the live was supposed to be yesterday. I have planned in a bit and might not be able to stay. Mercato lives are the craziest. Yeah, even if I don't know if a lot of things will happen, because we know it. The team is here in Belgium. I'm living in Brussels. They are in Bruges, so I need with the car 120, 130 to join there, and I will not go. I could have gone today, but I prefer to stay with my fantastic, beautiful wife for her birthday. Ciao Bogdan, ciao Sudnvuj. They think ciao, the timing can't be more perfect. So for people there that can't watch the live, other people are there. Thomas, the lives are there. I'm sorry that I was not here yesterday. Ciao Pavel, ciao Grande Pavel, Robin Banks, Zlatko, Naruto, King Akrepi, ciao to AE53, Chilwell. Are we serious? I will tell you. Yeah, sometimes it happens that the thing, not everything can happen in the world. Ciao Maria, ciao Daniel, ciao Jim, ciao Jake, ciao Football News. Yeah, okay, you're there with us. Ciao Devoya. Devoya that is telling us, good evening, Beppe and everyone didn't really like Veiga when he was still at FC Basel. Hope he improved, though. Looking forward to the game tomorrow. Thank you for the donation, Devoya. Look, I cannot tell you a lot about this season because he didn't play a lot. So we cannot tell you a lot about Veiga from his progression. Then we can tell you the potential that this player has, and he has a lot of potential. We can explain you what kind of player he is. Now, what he showed at Chelsea this season is not a lot. If we go on transfer market, what will we see about Renato Veiga? Let me go on here. Let me put also here the big page so that we can all follow for Renato Veiga. Here we go. Player from Chelsea. So indeed played at Basel. We know that after being from Sporting, where he grew up in Portugal. Sporting was his youth academy. He went to Augsburg in Germany. From Germany, he went back from loan to Sporting. Sporting to Basel for 4.6 million. And then in July 2024, so a few months ago, he went to Chelsea for 14 million euro. It's a lot of money, It's a lot of money. 40 million euro for a young kid that is 21 as we speak. 7 appearances, so 5% of the starting 11, only 9% of the available minutes played by Renato Veiga. It's really not a lot. If you're looking at the Conference League, he played more because he played indeed 6 games there and the entirety of the game where he showed really well, beautiful things. 2 goals, 1 assist. The Conference League, not the Europa League, Conference League. In the qualifiers, 2 appearances as well where he played. Looks like Enzo Maresca decided that this player is a player for the Cup, for the Conference Cup, where you are playing also against easier opponents. FA Cup, 1 game, the entirety, and then also in AFL Cup, so the Carabao Cup. So he's playing all the cups. He's the man of the cups. You see 100 minutes, 100 minutes, 100 minutes, and 100 minutes. So 6, 8, 9, 11 games, 100% of the minutes. So it's a cup player where it's difficult to judge because usually they are playing against easier teams in Premier League. He's not trusting him enough, which means that Maresca, he has 1 target. Going well in the league, which actually is doing this season much better than a lot of people predicted because they don't know Maresca, they don't know him really well, but he did well already with Leicester last season in the 2nd division of UK. Someone that has been assistant from Pep Guardiola, but not enough to enter in the rotation for the Premier League players. Not enough. It's a player that at Chelsea, like we see, plays more as a left back, but he can also cover these positions here. Center back and even really small. That defensive midfielder. If Juventus go for him, it's really to go for him as a left side defender, center back, not really left back, even if he could possibly play there, because we need to speak about some exit possibilities. Now, Renato Veiga is and was not on the top of my list, if I'm totally honest with you. Was not even a player that I was thinking that could come to Juve for a lot of reasons. First of all, because it's a player that is since really recent at Chelsea. He's 21, so it's a prospect there. It doesn't mean that he's not playing enough now that he will never play with Chelsea, but especially because we had totally other targets there, especially of the way of playing. We had players a la Hansko, that is more similar to a Bremer, a Tomori that is more similar to a Bremer in a way of playing. Physical player, aggressive on the ball. Then I'm not judging the level, I'm not comparing to Bremer, but there are players that are quite close in terms of similarities. They go up, they push. What else as names did we had there? We had Antonio Silva, that is slightly different, and then we had another name that was Araujo. Also him, according to me, the strongest one, the most ready from the 4 players, except of course that we were doubting about the physical conditions. But it was really a player, or these were players that were physical, aggressive, high on pressing, super strong on man marking, and then you go towards a name that is different, because Renato Veiga is not that kind of player. Let me say thank you also to Ernie Truth. Thank you, Ernie. Thank you. Really appreciate it. And also your message is really beautiful. Thank you, Beppe. I appreciate your work and I appreciate you. Thank you. Really, really, really appreciate it. Let me go and see how many other Juventini are appreciating the channel. Let me check. We need to speak also about this guy here, because there is something that is confusing me you can't even imagine. But at the moment we are 35,689 Juventini of the world here on the channel. Thank you. Nearly 35,700, and then we go to 36, 37, 40 million subscribers on the channel. Ciao Nestor, es tiempo para el pánico. No, it's not time for panic. I was already starting panicking on the 3rd of January because I wanted my defender at least one on the 2nd, and he was not there. That's where I started to panic. You remember how I came back from Riyadh being totally worried and depressed and at the bottom. I was really on the ground. It was really, really difficult for me. Then that Atalanta game, because Torino didn't help at all. That Atalanta game, that gave me a bit of hope. And then the Milan game was really, really beautiful. But if we're speaking about transfer market, it's true. Colomwani is already virtually a Juve player until the end of the season. Then we have Alberto Costa, that is another one that today made a lot of selfies in front of the J Medicals with players, that he didn't travel with the team because in Champions League the new players cannot play until the next round. So that's beautiful, that's nice. No, I will not be there tomorrow. I said it earlier, I will not be there tomorrow. Except if someone from the chat is saying, Beppe, here, I have a ticket for you. Then, okay. Look, Scully Race is saying, I would like to buy a ticket and travel from Hamburg. Any chance? I told you, I didn't find any ticket. So if you have a ticket, buy one for me and I come with you. Otherwise, it will be extremely difficult to see me there in Bruges. Am I sad? Am I regretting? Yeah, of course, because they are playing in here in Belgium. I thought that I would have had work. I thought that I would have had work with Juve there in the stadium, but at the end it didn't happen. That's why I didn't buy tickets for really long. I waited to probably work there with Juve at the stadium. Then it didn't happen. So that means that I have no ticket for tomorrow. But it is what it is. So wait, I finished with Renato Veiga. You see? So, I really want to finish about Renato Veiga, and then we go towards predicted lineups. Renato Veiga, I told you, it's really a different player, because it's a player that can play, I told you, on the left, can play as a center-back on the left, is a left-footed player, 21 years old, is much more a technical player, a player that can play with the ball, that can go up with the ball, a player that can carry the ball, a player that can dribble a man, a player that is absolutely not afraid to take the ball with him. On the other side, he's missing that physicality to go aggressive on contrast. So if he joins and if he takes that spot, because we are not even sure where Thiago Motta would play him if we sign him, we play with one aggressive one that could be potentially Kalulu or can potentially be a Federico Gatti, with next to him Renato Veiga, that is taking the role that Kalulu is doing since a few games, which means taking the ball and going up. You noticed, Kalulu, the progression that he's making. You all remember that goal against Fiorentina, but it's not the only time that he did it. So, I was listening to some people that were informed about the player, how good he is, etc., etc. Some people are saying it's what they wanted Cabal to become. Then Cabal didn't make it because of that injury to become that left center back. I tell you, if he would have been there, I think that he would have grown on that position. Probably was not ready yet, but Renato Veiga is probably at the moment 3 times that player. On top of that, it's a player that has a lot more perspective, personality, character, experience. So I would not say no, but it's strange that Juventus is changing totally in the profile of player. What does that mean? That they give up on Hansko. But they didn't give up on the idea, because that's what they also want to do already with Cabal. They didn't give up on the idea of finding. No, it's not the younger version of Cambiaso. It's more a younger version of it's a Cabal that is already stronger today, that can become, in the way of playing, that Calafiori, that Thiago Motta was coaching Calafiori at Bologna. That's a bit what we can potentially see there. Not that we are always obliged to go for a player like Calafiori, but looks like Juventus didn't give up on that one. We have the latest news, because there is also a bomba news that we want to speak about that comes from UK. But first of all, let's see what Alfredo Pedula is telling us about Renato Veiga. Juve has put the lights on Renato Veiga. Total confirmation on the contacts with Chelsea that could even go wider with Ben Chilwell for the left side. Real interest, but also they go on the player, because assalto in English, there is not really a word for assalto. Assalto means assault, but in football term you don't say assault. But Manchester City is going concretely on Cambiaso. Chelsea, pay attention. You remember I said it this morning in the video. I said pay attention that we don't commit or do the same mistakes with Kolo Muani. So Chelsea has one free slot for the loans. But they could free up another one in that situation, and that would favor Chilwell in times of exit. The contact between Juve and Chelsea happens a few minutes ago, and the discussion really started. Obviously, they need to be finalized. Kelly, Lloyd, is not out of the race, but Juventus is going strong on Veiga for the role of center defender. Okay? So what do we hear here? We hear that Juventus is going with Chelsea, knocking at the door of Chelsea. They are asking for that player, and we see that in the intentions of Juve, they want to go for him as a center back. And that's an important one, okay? As a center back, not as a left back. Can play on the left back as well, but as a center back. Super important. Why? Because they also, in the discussion, spoke about another player, and that player is Chilwell. Chilwell is a left back that can also play as a left midfielder. I don't like Chilwell. He's not old, he's 28, but it's not the player that I'm a big fan of. And I don't believe that Enzo Maresca is a fan of him neither, because he's a player that played only one time. He played 30 minutes in that game in Cacao Cup. But it's a player, of course, that did beautiful things with Chelsea. Now, I need to read again here, because that's really strange. Wait, they are saying, pay attention, because Chelsea has one slot open for the loans. Il Chelsea ha un slot libero per I prestiti, and that's clear, ma ne può liberare un altro, e questa si... Ah, ok, I understood it. At the moment, Chelsea has one slot open for the loans outside of UK, but they can potentially free up another one that would favor Chilwell in the exit list. Okay, this is a bit more clear now, more than when I read it the first time, because I didn't really understand it. Okay, we know it. That's a newness that we learn. Of course, when you want to learn new rules about finances, about lawyers, about doctors, if you want to have new rules about doping, betting, about free slots or not that we never heard before today. Did someone, please tell me yes or no in the chat, if some of you ever heard that rule of the 6 slot that you could loan out outside of Europe, outside of your own country? I never heard about that. I heard that you couldn't go anymore with loans more than 1 year, but these slots, I never heard about them. Seriously, I never. So I learning, bravo. Roberto is saying no. Robbing banks, no. Mr. Adrian, never. Fabione, no. Jim knew about it. If at least one person. I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't know. So oh la la. Fabrice Le Roman. Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea and Juventus will be in contact again tomorrow for Renato Veiga, as he has good chances to leave. Juve are pushing to agree on formula of the deal. No plans to sell Tosin Adarabioyo. Tosin Adarabioyo. No plans to sell Tosin Adarabioyo, as he's an important player for Maresca and player is also happy at Chelsea. I was a bit confused, you know it. When I hear Rabiot, I go a bit crazy. I pronounce it well, Arabioyo. When you have, I understand. When you have Rabiot in your name, Maresca will not leave Adrien Rabiot go. Anyway, it's confirmed, guys, confirmed. What I told you this morning was right. The first time I heard that they were really on it was on Juventus today. We heard rumors, but it was not really confirmed. Today I really heard that Juventus were in talks with Chelsea for Renato Veiga. So it means that he could potentially become a player. Of course, we need to understand the formula that they will go for. Juventus would love to go for a loan, while Chelsea, they would prefer to go for an option that becomes an obligation. Let's see what they are asking here on Il Bianconero. For Renato Veiga, this one is an old one. Je serai pas à Bruges, Vito. Je vais pas. J'ai pas de ticket. Per quanto riguarda Renato Veiga, la Juve dovrebbe prendere, ma a dettare, la Juve lo dovrebbe... Start again. Per quanto riguarda Renato Veiga, la Juve lo vorrebbe prendere, ma a determinate condizioni. That's 3 hours ago. If for Renato Veiga, Juventus, if they take him, they need to take him at certain conditions. Juve is more going towards the loan, more than a signing, like, for example, Alberto Costa. Of course, what could be important and decisive here is the competition of other clubs, like, for example, Borussia Dortmund, that is also on the player. Chelsea is open to let the player go, but for an important sum, because even if the player didn't have a lot of space, they believe in the kid that they signed only a few months ago from Basel, for 14 million euro. Contact between Juve and the English London club, and also with the entourage of the player, so with the management of the player. Today, Veiga has not even been called up and was not on the bench to play against Wolverhampton. Ici? Mais non, parce que... Alors, je l'ai expliqué plus tôt. Je pensais devoir travailler avec la Juve et aller en déplacement avec eux. Après, quand j'ai compris que ça se faisait pas, j'ai regardé, mais il n'y avait plus de tickets, c'était plus possible, c'était trop tard. It is what it is. Bon match quand même. Merci, Vito. Scully, Beppe should be a trusted source, like Fabrizio Romano. Too good and precise. No, guys. You know that when I know things, I never tell them. I let you understand. If you're smart and if you can read between the lines, you understand. But no, I'm not a journalist, guys. I don't want to become a journalist. No, I don't like that. I like to be Beppe. Now, indeed, there is another voice. But that comes from UK. Apparently, I need to put the music on. Without music, it's not funny. Because that's a big one, huh? Apparently, from UK, they are also confirming that there are talks with Renato Veiga. Apparently, from UK, they are telling us that yes, it is confirmed. They also go for Renato Veiga. The talks are going. But Chelsea, they are thinking about something. They are saying, if we let go Renato Veiga, we will not have enough depth anymore. Instead of 533 first team players, we will have 532. Which means that it's extremely difficult for us, for the locker room. We need 533 to give depth to Maresca. So if we let go Renato Veiga, we need to go for another player. We miss a left back. Let's go for a striker. Chelsea is totally strange. Chelsea is really a really strange team. I promise you, are really strange. I don't understand them. Then I don't know the situation about the injuries or not, but apparently Chelsea are considering a move for Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic after they held talk to offload their defender Renato Veiga to the Italian club. So apparently today, now I was joking of course, but now serious talks, apparently according to Time Sport, I don't know if it's trustable or not, according to them, while they were speaking with Juve about Renato Veiga, I said, okay, why not? Okay, we can speak about it. Let's speak about the formula. We would love to sell him. You want a loan. We prefer to sell, if really, because we believe in the guy. So loaning him, we are not sure. Why not going for asking for Dusan Vlahovic? Why not asking to go for Dusan Vlahovic? According to Time Sport, but you know that mercato is totally crazy, and when we say something, then you have sometimes other sources, a bit more important sources, that are telling us, attenzione, no talks, no contacts found place between Chelsea and Juventus for Dusan Vlahovic, despite links in UK. He is not a name on Chelsea list. So you see, we gave you a big news. And we immediately, I believe 30 seconds later, we immediately denied that news. Mamma mia, calciomercato is totally crazy. What a thing. I don't know. Maybe, because, I'm not saying that they invent journalists. I would never say that they invent. But sometimes they are making 1 + 1 + 1 is 2, is 3, is 4, and they go with logical assumptions. They are saying, okay, Juve is looking for defensive. Maybe Chelsea, they need to reinforce their striker attack. They don't want to reinforce Arsenal, for example. They don't want Vlahovic anymore. Juve, they know that there is a possibility to go for a striker, a potential striker of nearly 25, that we can go for a cheap, because that's the reality today. So they make maybe they talk about Vlahovic. Let's write about it. Sometimes this is how they write, Like Chelsea would have had some interest in Dusan. If it happens, they are happy because they were the first one. If it doesn't happen, then who cares, because you totally forget about it. I always told you, Dusan Vlahovic is on the transfer market. As long as he refused to sign an extension. If he doesn't accept the extension at 7-8 million euro, which is a lot in terms of decrease, he will not be renewed. That means that he's on the transfer market. For now, in January, he has been taken off, except if a really good, interesting offer arrives. If Chelsea would really go for, look, we give you 40 million plus Renato Veiga for Vlahovic, without any doubt, Juventus would say yes. Then that Chelsea's interested on player, I don't know. Apparently Fabrizio Romano said no. Is Arsenal still interested on the player? There is always an interest from Arsenal on Dusan Vlahovic. Now, how serious are they to go for the player now in January? Do they have other targets that they first want to try with? Let's see. Today, yesterday night, I also saw and read from Carlo Pellegatti, that is a Milan journalist, really, really old one that knows Milan in and out. He told us a rumor that Milan would even be ready to give Tomori to Juve for 30 million, and they take Dusan Vlahovic instead, paying 15 million extra. I was like, I don't know what if it's true or not. It was really strange, but I think that at the end Dusan will stay, except if Arsenal comes in the last minute. I think that he will stay at Juve for now, for the next remaining months. I really believe that. But I can tell you that there are clubs that are in contact, that are asking. Could be that Milan said, you know what, let's try. Who knows? But then I'm asking myself, how will they on earth pay 12 million euro to Dusan Vlahovic? But anyway. Barcelona could be also a team, but not for now, but for the summer, that could be interested in Dusan Vlahovic, of course. Yeah, it could be a team that is interested in him. So there are some teams, Arsenal, Barca, not Paris Saint-Germain that much, otherwise they would have gone for him already now. Losing Kolo Muani on loan, they could have found a formula that I'm sure that the player would have been happy with, that the clubs would have been happy with. But you know it, Dusan Vlahovic, if he doesn't extend, he's out. Where? I don't know today. I don't know. Because you also need to find a team that is ready to pay him his salary and the request that he will have. Let's see. But anyway, at the moment, talk for Renato Veiga, not yet for Dusan, or not from Dusan from Chelsea. It's really strange, this story here, because earlier some people asked me, Beppe, can you please tell us about the starting lineups? I didn't read them from Giovanni Albanese yet, as we speak, but what I see here is that tomorrow, according to Il Bianconero, there is a feeling, a sensation, a will to play him from the first minute tomorrow. They are also predicting us the lineup. So it's not the one of Giovanni Albanese. That is 99.9 correct. What are they saying? There is a big, really big will. And that will speaks Brazilian. What does it mean? In other words, Douglas Luiz sees a starting shirt for the game of tomorrow between Juve and Brugge. that could potentially be decisive for the journey of Juve in Champions League. The player born in 98, as explained by Romeo Agresti in Bianconero Live, would take the spot of Manu Locatelli. Attenzione, attenzione. Let's already create the lineup of tomorrow towards what we have, and then we will judge if we are happy with it or not. So tomorrow we would have Locatelli that would not play. Douglas Luiz here. Let's see what else they are saying. Let's see. I think that Di Gregorio will play in Champions League because we know it that the last time Perin was not 100%. So replacing Manu Locatelli means that he could rest for the big game also of Napoli. It's a huge big opportunity for Douglas in Brugge, because in these days there are a lot of talks of a possible interest from Manchester City for the Brazilian player. At the moment, he played 474 minutes in 16 appearances. No goals, no assists. Next to Douglas Luiz, there would be Khéphren Thuram, according to Il Bianconero. Like this. And we have already two. There would not be any surprise in defense. Nicolo Savona, Federico Gatti, Pierre Kalulu, and Andrea Cambiaso. The defense is done. This is the defense for tomorrow. Di Gregorio into the goal, while in attack, the two scorers would play again, which means Bangula and Timothy Weah. With Teun Koopmeiners and, surprise, surprise, Dusan Vlahovic. Surprise, surprise. Dusan Vlahovic. Out. Nico Gonzalez instead of Dusan Vlahovic. You know it, huh? This is how we see it, even if last time it was totally different, huh? You know it how it was, huh? The game was like this last time. Up. This was the game last time. This was the game last time. Even if, honestly, I think that we can be more honest if we do it like this, you know? If we are totally honest, these players were extremely high on the field. It was McKennie and Cambiaso, they were extremely high. The defense was high as well. And he was a bit lower, Locatelli, with Thuram that was protecting here. Bangula that was the highest one, because he's always the highest one here. He's not out, huh? He's the highest one. Thuram was protecting here. Koopmeiners was there. And then you had Kenan Yildiz that was lower. When Weah came in, Weah was higher as well. When it was Kenan, it was here. When it was Weah, it came here. Because the game changed as well. Huh? But this is the potential predicted lineup by Il Bianconero. Of course, when we have the news about Giovanni Albanese, if we have the news, then I will tell you. But Giovanni is in Belgium, so I don't know when and if he will tweet. I don't know if he will have some information before Champions League. I know that in Serie A he has this information. In Champions League, I know how early he wants to communicate about it. At the moment, as we speak, he didn't. How convinced are you about that lineup for the game of tomorrow? In the meanwhile, let me say thank you to Endrit Brahimi. Thank you, Endrit Brahimi, with a really beautiful donation. Thank you, my friend. Really, really, really appreciate it. Grazie, Endrit. Who will be captained? Oh, attention, I didn't pay attention to it. Where is it? Oh, it's here. It's a good question. You want to do a poll about who you think, not who you want, who you think would be the captain? We can do. We can do. So, poll. Who do you think will be captain? I put you Di Gregorio, because he was the vice captain last day. I will put you Cope Manners, because he was captain against Torino. And don't forget, he was also today in front of microphones. I will put Gatti, and I will put Cambiaso, because these are the players that already had the armband in this Juve. I would have loved to put another player, surprise, but if you want to put a name that is not in these ones, go with, tell me the name in the chat. Who you think, not who you want, who you think will be captain. That is different. It's totally different. Thinking and wanting is different. Let me know, guys. We start now with the poll, and in the meanwhile, of course, tell me, guys, about the lineup, if you like it or not, how it has been predicted. It means that that Thuram won't be able to go up a lot. He needs to run for Luiz. I prefer Locatelli in away games. Yeah, but I don't know if it's true or not, the predicted lineups, honestly. But it would make sense if you look at Locatelli, how much he played already this season. It's on top. It's on top. On the other side, he rested against Torino because he was obliged to. If really you're thinking about a bit, because if you're looking at the lineup, you are not thinking only about, but if you're thinking a bit about Napoli, I think it would make more sense to rest Thuram than Locatelli, no? But then, I don't know, because Thuram played all the games so far. I mean, the last games. But of course you love them also because we had a beautiful result against Milan, and we had the good game against Atalanta. I know it. When we saw it against these two teams, when we saw the movements of Nico Gonzalez that I made the analyze after, I said I'm absolutely not surprised that offensively worked. Like, it's not only because of that, because there was absolutely more will. There was the search for that second goal, because let's now not say we are not playing well because of Vlahovic, because it's not true. How many times were we leading with Dusan Vlahovic? Not only because he scored, but sometimes someone else was scoring. But how many times we were not able to close the game? And then we stopped playing where the striker or whoever came in instead of Dusan, because usually players come in instead of Dusan around the 70th minute, and they are not able to do the game anymore. So I will not blame only Dusan about that, but it's true that when we start a game like we saw with Nico Gonzalez, it helps a lot Cope Manners. According to me, he was key for a good game of Cope Manners. If we are looking again at what I showed you earlier. Wait, here, if we show again, you know what is the difference here? You see the work that Nico Gonzalez was doing when you play with Dusan. When you play with Dusan instead of Nico, Dusan plays more here. And when he's playing here, not always is able to keep that ball possession, to be accurate in the passes when he controls. A lot of time he's losing his duels there. While we saw the difference with, because he's a more static player that loves to go in depth, you know. He's a static player here, and then he goes to love to go in depth. While you have a Nico Gonzalez that really comes and play, offering a lot of alternatives, and when he drops down, you have a Cope Manners that goes up. We saw that in a lot of things, huh? Or Cope Manners is here, he goes here, and he creates a space for Thuram that goes here. That's, for example, what we saw in that second goal for Weah. Weah that went on that side of the field. Do you remember?
Do you remember?
Yeah. If I say it, then I'm obliged to let Allegri said it again. If Douglas Luiz leaves, we should think of a vice Thuram. Beppe, who are the strength of the Club Brugge? Where should we be careful? Honestly, I tell you the truth, this season I didn't watch Belgium Premier League enough. I know they are strong because I see the results. I show you this morning in the video the stats of Bruges in the last games. 5 wins in a row, 18 unbeaten games. Yeah, 22 unbeaten games so far. If we're looking at the last time that they lost at home, so all the games, and you need to go towards the last time they lost at home was 22 games ago. So it's really long time ago. They are playing well. They are playing well in Cup, also 10 points. They won against Aston Villa 1-0. They 10 points, that means 3 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. Against Milan, it was only 1-0. And the other loss, I believe, also 1-0 they did. So it's a team that is informed, that is only at 1 point from the leaders, Genk. They are from a super level. I was listening to Belgium television, believe 2 days ago or this weekend, and they were saying, Bruges is really, really, really from another level at the moment. They are good. Also, their youth academy is fantastic as well. Jim is telling us pay attention because you have a Solis that is in a really great form, Jashari and Onyedika that are controlling the midfield, on top, of course, of a really well-known Van Aken that is the engine of the midfield, of the entire team, by the way. So, but I told you, it's a really strong team. Because I was following Bruges last year a bit more, and the season before, when I saw that we played Bruges, I was not like a lot of people, it's okay, it's Bruges, it's a small team from Belgium, we don't care. No, I was really like, pay attention, because it's not as easy as a lot of people think. Chef with an X, thank you for the donation, my buddy. Captain should be Locatelli, Weston, or Gatti. As simple as that. Look, we don't know them personally. That's what I'm always saying. We don't know them personally in the locker room, because it's not because you see a bit of grinta on the field that suddenly captain. It's much more than that, captain. The way of speaking, because some people are extremely expressive on the field, but then when they speak, it's a total disaster. They don't find the right words. Some people, they prefer to be isolated in the locker room. They don't like to take the responsibility for other people. We don't know them, honestly. What is sure, and that's where I join you, Jeff, as simple as that, means limiting the choices. And there I agree. I don't like that one day we have Vice Captain Di Gregorio, Vice Captain Cope Manners, that Cope Manners is suddenly captain for 1 game and then he's not captain anymore. You want to put the Cope Manners captain? I think it's really strange, personally, to be captain immediately at Juve after 20 games. But if you really that's the choice, make it clear to everyone, especially, and first of all, not to the Tifosi, who cares about that? First of all, to the team. This is the captain. Danilo left, we have a captain. And that captain is Koopmeiners, or Locatelli, Koopmeiners, Di Gregorio are the three that are now in that hierarchy of captaincy. Maybe he will do now, because we don't know yet. We saw Koopmeiners, but it's strange. Koopmeiners captain against Torino. Then, and Di Gregorio was playing that game as well. Then we see Locatelli is back against Milan. Locatelli captain and vice captain Di Gregorio. So it's a bit strange. Give me a captain. No. If there is a player that I think should not be captain, is Dusan. Personally. Dusan needs to solve his own problem first. I think that's personally, with all the respect for Dusan, hopefully one day he can become. But I think that if we are looking at the 11 of tomorrow, for example, by the way, he's not even starting according to the predicted lineups. If you're looking at that's probably one of the worst, honestly, with all the respect. There's problem with the salary. It's 1 year that you are waiting for the extension. He didn't extend. He fought with one supporter of the Ultra. No, guys, no. Yeah, on that one I agree. Yeah, but we were asking ourselves that question because tomorrow it could be, according to the rumors, that is not playing. So who are you voting actually, by the way? Let me check. I'm curious. Oof. I was not expecting that. Honestly, sometimes you still have the ability to surprise me. No. Of course. Because I said who you think, not who you want. Okay. I said who you think would be, not who you want. I thought it was, I forgot the question. No, okay. So you say you think, not you want. You think that Koopmeiners will be the captain with 46%. Gatti, 35. Cambiaso, 12. Di Gregorio, 6. Could Kalulu have the armband? Yeah, I think that everyone. I said it last time. Pay attention to McKennie. Do you remember?
Do you remember?
I said it last time. I said pay attention because one of these days he will be the captain of the team. LJJ based on the press conference. Juve on top, the eyes of a blind man. Who we expect, not who we want. Indeed. TM loves Cope. Did you see that hug when he changed? He was about to tell him sorry. Sorry, Cope. I was obliged to keep to let you go out of the field. That was funny. Gianluca Di Marzio went with a 1 here for Inter. But I don't care about Inter and who they signed. Captain America. Ooh, that would be... Oh, indeed. If they go one day, maybe already tomorrow, with Western Captain, I think that they will have a lot of content, I think, for 1 month. Captain America. It's already written, the first American to wear the armband of Juve. Imagine. He's not moving from Marseille, Balerdi. Lloyd, guys, I don't want to speak about Lloyd. Lloyd Kelly. I don't want to speak about Lloyd Kelly too much. I'm scared, guys. No, because if the other one, he has potential, Renato Veiga, that was not on the top of my list. Kelly, I don't like, guys. But anyway, honestly, I told you this morning, we messed up. We messed up. Should have had a player already now. We should have had a player now. No. I'm scared to. I know perfectly. Chilwell. You know why I know? Because it's not the first time that we are looking for Chilwell. I remember that we already checked. I believe it was not this summer, but I believe 2 summers ago. I believe. Oh, by the way, Renato Veiga has been since long on the list of you. Already in the summer, there were already some interest from Juve on that player. Yeah. So let me show you here. So Chilwell, the injury, mamma mia, how many pages? Mamma mia, disaster. Yeah, how many times is ill? Knee problems, 5 games. Knee, 3, 1, fitness. 23, 24 has been a busy one, huh? But you know that he missed 10, 12. 12 is good, huh, for Juve. No, sorry. I missed another one. 12 plus 23. I'm sorry. 12 plus 23, which is a lot. Indeed. He missed the entire season. 45 game missed. 15 game missed. Mamma mia. 34 game missed. 30. Mamma. Oh. No. What's the value of that guy on we let go a chill guy to take a Chilwell. That's not okay. What's the value? 20 million. Still 20. For what reason is 20 million? Why is it 20 million? Can someone explain me? He's 28. Okay? He has 1 appearance for 30 minutes against Cacao Cup. He still has a value of 20 million. For what reason? Yeah, I know. PL tax, but he has a contract until 2027. That's a player, guys. That's a player that would be worth, I don't know. If he was 21, I understand. The guy is 28. He should be worth like 12, like 15 at max. Not even. 12. No? Strange. By the way, Bomba. You want a Bomba? I said it, I believe, today. In the Telegram group. You want Bomba of today? Will be strange, by the way. Big interest from an Italian club. On Niccolò Fagioli. Who is the first one to tell me the team? Big interest from a Bravo. Fiorentina. Yeah. Not Napoli. I always told you Napoli would not have been. First of all, I never even believed that was the team for Fagioli, and Conte has not even been interested. He said, Was not really interested in Fagioli, Antonio Conte. Fiorentina is a team, but not really the sporting director. Ciao Godin Divino. Not really the sporting director. What I know is that it's Palladino that is on the player. Palladino loves the player. Palladino would love to take him to do a bit the Moiskin bet with Fagioli. He wants to go for him. Not 100% the club yet. Palladino, yes. But pay attention because at Fiorentina they are totally crazy. You know that if they continue not to win like 2-3 games, there are voices in Firenze that say that they are thinking about sacking Palladino. These guys are totally crazy. These guys are totally crazy. I don't think it would happen. Hopefully for them it will not happen, because that would be extremely strange and stupid, I believe. But if they don't win for 2-3 games, what are they expecting? That they will win Serie A? Really strange. Really strange. So of course they will not go and sign a player if they have the intention to sack Palladino, which I don't think will happen. But they would go for Fagioli. I don't know how much they want to invest on Fagioli. We know that if Juventus go to let him go, then it's for money. Don't expect. Because I see people 40 million. No, never. Not even for a club with a lot of money, they would go for that. The value of Fagioli today is between 20 and 25. We don't have the Premier League tax. That's a reality. Between 20, 25. If you receive 25 now in the winter, you can be happy. That's the reality for Fagioli. So it's not a lot of money. It's really not a lot of money. 20, 25. But they are also speaking about, in these talks that are not concrete yet, but a possibility that Juventus say, you know what, we wanted to go for Dorgo. Dorgo is already now suddenly worth 40 million euro. Manchester United is on the player. We wanted to go for Gutierrez, but not sure that we can go for him because the price. You know what? What about Parisi? He's still a player that you don't trust in, because we remember that you played him as a starter against us. Tell me a bit about Parisi. Just like that. Not something 100%. Not, but tell me a bit about Parisi. Parisi, you want Fagioli? Let's speak about a bit about Parisi. At the moment, like that. But it's not really Juve that wants to go for Parisi. It's more like, you want Fagioli, let's talk. You don't have money. What can we do? We need a left back. We were on him before you signed him. And these are the talks at the moment. Parisi impressed me when he played against us. He's a good player that we were on in the past. Then he didn't grow as some people were expecting. Ciao. Oh, grandissimo Francesco, la maschera. Attenzione, la maschera. Guys, per quelli che parlano italiano come Codino Divino, lo sapete, andate a seguire Francesco su Instagram, su TikTok, penso anche, ma anche su YouTube e su tutte le piattaforme con la maschera. Fa contenuti fantastici, parla di Juve, va a vedere le partite, ovviamente. Andate a seguirlo. For the people that are speaking English and Italian or only English, whatever, we support other content creator. Here we have Francesco, la maschera. He's doing beautiful content about Juve. He's living also there in Italy. He's going to the Allianz Stadium, doing beautiful content on all the different platforms you go and you follow La Maschera Francesco. He deserves, because he's putting a lot of work to make sure that the Juventini are happy. And he's not only speaking about Juve, he's also speaking about other teams, really focused more on Italian teams and Serie A. Mamma mia! Oh, it's already. Mamma mia! Mamma mia! Mamma mia! The army of Dusan is there. By the way, La Maschera, for example, is a big fan of Dusan Vlahovic. Big fan of Dusan Vlahovic. Hugovic as well. Hugovic, you can go and. Mamma mia! Ooh. Give us Comuzzo. No, I told you Parisi, not Comuzzo. Beppe, how about a young prospect like Leoni? I told you that there were some rumors about Leoni. If I am not wrong, but guys, wait. If I am not wrong, there was one more name here, I think. Let's see if I still have it or not. Let me check. No. Damn. I'm sorry, guys. I took it away the last time. I took it away from the Juve sock, but there was the name of Leoni. So I had put like some names there. And Leoni was a player that was in the sock, in the Christmas sock. But not anymore. I mean, not for now, not for January. Then maybe for it's an extremely young prospect, but not for today. Not for today. Maybe for the summer. Who knows? No, I don't have a shirt about Leoni. No. Tishtiknam! Grande Tishtiknam! That became a member of the channel. Maximum of applause for Tishtiknam. I hope I pronounced it well. Grande Tishtiknam. Let me see. We have more members, but now we have also a bit more subscribers to the channel, which is always great. Thank you, guys. Dai, extra push, and we go for it. Antonio, but you cannot just fantasize. You can, of course. You can go with fantasy because that's your right. But then don't complain if it doesn't happen, because if you start asking to Beppe, Fagioli for Comuzzo, guys, these things, they don't happen, It's not because you're angry and you put exclamation, but how much? 4. If you really want Comuzzo, put 40 million, not 4 exclamation points, because he will not come. He will not come just like that. I know. Money for Comuzzo. By the way, let me check Comuzzo. Ricci, good player. I know that there was some interest from Milan, for example. Then I don't know if they will do it or not. But Ricci is a good player. Let me check. Wait. Comuzzo. Good player. Absolutely good player. 19. Center back. He's a starter in Serie A. Like Antonio, I like him, but why would they sell Comuzzo? He's 15 million euro on transfer market, but you know it. If Juventus goes, he's already minimum 40. Fagioli, I will give you 5 million. You know how it is. Fiorentina will ask you 40 million, and they will give you 5 million for Fagioli. Unfortunately, that's the reality. Attenzione, Matthew, Beppe. Are you surprised that we haven't seen very much of Cope, Locatelli, and Dugi starting together? Is that something you want to see more? No, I'm not surprised because I followed the channel. Thank you, the channel. I follow the channel because I follow Juve like you follow Juve, and we know why they never play together. Because Douglas Luiz arrived and he was not yet at the level that was required of intensity, of probably application involved. Probably not yet. he needed a bit of reset. So he started behind the others. Koopmeiners was not there until Roma. Then when he started to play, well, Dougie was not performing. Then Douglas Luiz has been a lot of time injured. Which makes totally sense. And I believe that for Douglas Luiz to win a starting spot really soon, he needs to be at the level of Aston Villa, extremely fast. And you know what's really annoying? He needs to be at that level in the few minutes and opportunity that we'll have. Maybe tomorrow could be the day. I always told you, the idea would have been to play Koopmeiners, Douglas Luiz, and Thuram as the best midfield of Juve. But Locatelli is the best midfielder of Serie A this season. Locatelli is the best midfielder of Serie A this season, without any doubt. I'm happy I never gave up on Locatelli. I'm so happy. You know, that probably other creators, they would have gone with huge big slogan. I always said that Locatelli. I never speak about it too much. I think that I should do more of that. I should be less humble and starting really speaking about that. La Maschera is putting even more oil on the fire, because now, of course, our friend will go totally crazy, Antonio Gaeta, because here we have La Maschera that is saying, I come back on you, Matthew, in a second. Comuzzo's idol is Chiellini. This summer I met him because we made some content together and he told me, but no, it's perfect, Francesco, it's perfect. How else do you want to speak in English? That's perfect English. Attenzione, because if Antonio Gaeta is still there, mamma mia, if he hears that. If Antonio Gaeta hears that the idol of Comuzzo is Chiellini, attenzione. But indeed, La Maschera made some content with Comuzzo, and he told him directly. He told him that the idol was Giorgione Chiellini. Well, I'm waiting for Antonio, but he left, apparently. He left. Sasha! Oh! Sasha! Oh! You're late. It's already 1 hour and 10:12. Why are you late? We started early today. Bonjour, Hassan! Grande Hassan. Tishtiknam. Alicia is doing very well, actually. No, she's better than in the beginning of the season. Attenzione, because we need to speak about Matthew. You were here, I didn't see you. Apologize. Antonio, he left. He will never know. Don't tell him. Don't tell to Antonio about Comuzzo, otherwise we go crazy. Matthew. No, I'm not surprised. I think that the big surprise indeed is Locatelli. Tell me yes or no in the chat. Would you drop Thuram today? Yes or no? Easy. Oui ou non? Si or no? Would you drop Thuram today? That's why. Antonio, he went to talk with Fiorentina. He already called Fiorentina. Commisso. Rocco! Give me Commisso! He's there. Antonio is there. You see? No. Because you don't drop him. You don't drop Thuram at the moment. I told you, I believe in Douglas. I want Douglas to stay. I really believe in the potential of Douglas. But now he needs to catch up a lot. He really needs to run a lot and to show that he's at the level to enter in these rotations. Because I told you about Thuram. You all said no. There is only Scredi that is yes, that is saying yes. Except of him, all the people are saying yes. Now I will ask you the same question. Would you put Locca on the bench? I mean, in the starting ideal midfield, not tomorrow, for example. But would you drop this Locca? Yes or no? And we start again with a no. No. If I would have asked that 2 months ago, people would have destroyed me. Tish is saying Locatelli, Thuram are too important in the build-up. So it's already 2 players that we don't drop. Now, let's be honest. Okay? Let's be honest. Would you drop wait, there is that picture here that is confusing me. Juve on top. You know that you look like me, like in small. I was watching. You don't look like me, but in small like that, I was thinking it was me with a chair with a background like me. It looks like a bit the same background. Mamma mia! I was confused because I was in the chat. I said, Beppe, how is it possible? But no, you are more beautiful than me. Juve on top. Now the same question: would you drop Koopmeiners for Douglas Luiz? And you say, okay, Koopmeiners, you had your chance until the game of Milan. Now we drop you, and it's Douglas Luiz that starts. Here we have a fight, huh? Yes, no, yes, yes, no, yes, no, no, yes, no. Nino Sport, my great friend, saying no. I told you last time, put him on the bench against Atalanta. I didn't want him to start against Atalanta. He did. No, I'm not speaking about Brugge. I'm speaking like, okay, now you take a decision. It's time to invest in Douglas Luiz. Who do you put out? You told me no for Thuram, no for Locatelli, so there is only Cope. Do you put him out? And here we have a 50-50 in the chat, if I read the chat. Maybe, yeah, it's a 50-50. I would personally not do that. Oh, we just saw the first glimpses of Cope, which are not yet what we expect. Hey, you don't put him on the bench now. I agree. I also love that we have difficulties to say yes, no, we don't want to see them out. On the other side, Douglas, that I am the biggest defender since he arrived, and I don't want to let him go. I would not today say, okay, I sacrificed someone for Dougie because he didn't show me yet enough. Doggy, I don't know. Doggy, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Dougie, no. Dougie, no. Doggy, maybe. I don't know Doggy. I have a cat. Where is he? I don't know where he is. I have a cat. Doggy, boo. Cheyenne is laughing. Cheyenne said, Beppe, you're crazy. Doggy, doggy. Doggy, doggy. No, not yet. But it's true that until this morning, there were still voices of an interest of Manchester City. Manchester City wants the player back because you know it, they had him. But they are crazy. They want him on an option. No, because you know, Manchester City, they have the money. So if they say we just go for an option, that means they will not buy the player. And if they buy him, they want to go for 30 million. And no, we just bought him for I don't know how much money. So Juve said, or you go for the full price, and it's yours if you really want him, and if the players want, because apparently the player, he doesn't want to leave Juve. Looks like the player, he knows that he didn't give what we were expecting from him at Juve. And he wants to show himself, he wants to show us. So at the moment, no. Then if they come, 45 million for Dougie, not Doggy. And we go. Then we can speak about with the player, and then we see. Beppe, I love Douglas Luiz. I even bought his shirt, but to be honest, Loca and Thuram are untouchable right now. I don't see how he can get into that line. Difficult, huh? Really difficult. That's why I tell you, difficult. Which is great. If he's at the level again of Douglas Luiz, then we have a fantastic competition here in the midfield, and finally it's working. Look, I saw a lot of criticism on Giuntoli, but honestly, guys, according to me, Di Gregorio has been good this season. Yeah, that mistake against Milan was a huge one. There were 1 or 2 games where he could have done better, but according to me, the first year at Juve, he has been good. For 20 million euro, you're able to save on salary from Szczesny. I don't think it's a flop. Kalulu was an opportunity because he was not your first choice, but at the moment has been a masterclass. If you're looking at the return on investment, the deal, how it has been built, is a masterclass. Cabal was showing really signs for an extremely young player. These are the alla Giuntoli signings, not only that we want these players, but really good. Then he went injured. Conceição was really good at a certain. He won like 3 times Man of the Month consecutively. Of the month, not of the match, of the month consecutively. So we cannot speak about a flop. Who else did he sign? That I'm Cope and Douglas. Douglas will wait until the end. But who else? Thuram. Guys, 20 million from Nice. Look at the performance. Look at the margin of growth. I cannot say that he's a flop. Nico is a bit expensive. But if you see the qualities of the player, being able to play as a false 9, being able to play on the left, on the right, being able to score a fantastic goal, to be fast, to have that beautiful pass accuracy, to go that the player talent is not a discussion. Can we say that Nico is a flop right now? I don't think so. Expensive because he missed like half of the first part of the season. Yes. Who else do we have? I think that, guys, he succeeded in all his signings except of Douglas Luiz at the moment and Cope. Then, I told you, at the end of the season, I would love to say Douglas Luiz was a flop or not. At the end of the season, when I see him, because at the moment I didn't see him. But honestly, if there were 2 players that nobody was doubting about from all the players that I mentioned, it's probably Douglas Luiz and Cope Manners. These are probably the players that were giving you the most certainties. Cope Manners because he knew Serie A, because for 3 years he was playing with Atalanta, a big caliber player. That was absolutely not the player that you wanted to you had 0 doubts about him. That's why I'm saying, some people sometimes, but you know what he missed was in what he didn't buy. Striker, and probably now in the winter, because at the moment, as we speak, we still have no defenders. The winter mercato at the moment didn't satisfy me. At the moment. Then, you go with an opportunity a la Alberto Costa. Let's see what he's able to give us. But I don't know yet. You saw it. Savona can play there. McKennie can play, but McKennie can play everywhere. Can even play here next to me. Colo was telling me, Beppe, will Miretti stay next season as a sub for Cope maybe? Miretti is I was about to say it again, but he's on loan, pure loan, simple loan. There is no option, there is no obligation, there is no clause, there is nothing. Miretti, at the end of this season, comes back at Juve. Then the player was pushing a bit to leave Juve on loan, to have an experience to play with continuity. I believe in the first 15 games or something like that. Wow, people were, Genoa were whistling him. They were booing him. They were absolutely not happy. And now I believe he made like 4 assists already. Another player that I always believed in the qualities, he just needs a bit of time. Then it depends on him. If he comes back and he will say, guys, I'm having fun playing and I want to be a starter like I have been at Genoa. Let's find an agreement with another team or with Genoa, or then you can. But the progression of Miretti is good because he's a really good player. The first coach, Gilardino, was trusting him, and now you have a Vieira that is doing really well with Genoa, that is doing well with him, or believe in him. Nonge will leave Troyes and will possibly go on loan to Servette in Switzerland. He's more decent now, but some small mistakes. Yeah. He's not perfect, huh? But I always liked Miretti. Then it depends also on him, huh? It also depends on him. Also there, if you have a Nadzic with more possibilities, with more potential, we need to see him as well, because if he's healthy. If you play him like 1 minute here, 2 minutes there, how can a guy approve himself? I would love to see him a bit more on the field. I would really. We already spoke a lot about Fagioli, guys. Soule's disaster. His own mistake. Huh? The day that he's decided to unfollow me on Instagram. He had the power of Beppe, and he decided consciously to take it away. Can I tell you? Ciao. Yes, I am always pissed off with that one. Tomorrow, no. What day are we today? Monday. But if you want to prepare for Wednesday, I would not say no to you. I really think that something will happen there. No, I didn't do voodoo. I didn't do voodoo. But. Yeah. But here my power was bigger than him, because I really like Nicolussi. I really like Nicolussi. So actually my power is that big that I will send the entire team in a second division. Ragazzi. Nah, because I don't want to be mean with Nicolussi. I like Nicolussi, but the power of Beppe is too big. I will send them in Serie B. Like, you remember last year I was praying for Sassuolo to go in B. They went to B. I'm still celebrating, huh? Sassuolo in second division. Bravo. Te. If Huijsen is leaving this summer for 50 million, how much do we get? 10%. So 5 million. It's not a lot, huh? You really need to sell him for, or they need to sell him for 200 million. Then you can have 20 million on top of what we sold him. Rovella is having a great year, but let him be in that mediocre team with a guy that is showing his. He has a bird here and he has a bird there that he's showing on internet. Let him, if he wants to be happy with the guy that is showing the bird on internet, let him be happy. I cannot defend a player that is choosing a mediocre team. If he wants to stay with Lazio, let him stay there. People are laughing. You know the story, yeah? It's true. It's true. Even the doctor, they even dismissed the doctor. Not only l'uomo uccello, the man of the birds now, 2 birds, but also the doctor. They are crazy. Why the hate on Ravella? Well, there is no hate. But if he says that he's happy to join Lazio, he was happy. He was pushing Lazio supporter. Let him go there. Who cares about him? What a story. Hey, that story went viral, huh? I didn't even speak about it. It's because of you guys, huh? I know, Shervin. Can the January player play in Champions League in which round? In the next one. So it means... so it's really strange. Huh? I believe that they will be able to play for the playoffs. I think already, but I am not even 100% sure. For the rest of the competition, 100%. 100%. I believe already from the playoffs. I know for certain that they cannot play now the 2 next games. So tomorrow and then the next Champions League game. So Brugge, Benfica, not possible. From the playoff, I believe, yes. But I read somewhere, but it's not an official news from UEFA, but I believe it's true. But I need confirmation that apparently you can just add 3 players. If we go for 2 defenders, for Kolo Muani and for Alberto Costa, we have 4 new players to add. That means that 1 player will not play. Who is that player? You know who he is, huh? You know he's a player that will not be in that Champions League list, guys. If we have 4 players, 2 defenders, Alberto Costa and Kolo Muani, who will be the one that will, if it's true that there are only 3 players that can be added to the list that you have today, who will be the player that will be out? Defender 1, Defender 2, Alberto Costa or Kolo Muani? People are telling me Fagioli cambiato. No, guys, I told you 3 new players that can come in. If you have 4, one of the 4 cannot join. You understand? It's not about Danilo. You can take all of them if you want. If the rule is 3 new players, but you bought 4, it's one of the new that cannot enter. You know what I mean? So indeed, Alberto Costa. Yeah, Alberto, Renato, Colo, but I think there will be another player on top. None. So I think that really they will put Alberto Costa out. You see? Oh. Mohamed El Tactico is in the chat, but I think that now he needs to change his nickname in Mohamed Del Tactico. Not El Tactico, Del Tactico. For what reason? Because he just spent like 3 days with Alessandro Del Piero. El Tactico with Del Piero. Pictures, selfies, watch party. They're in Houston, Texas, USA. What a fantastic moment. I was watching the picture of Mo. I was super happy for him. Really. How is it possible that Del Piero met the great Mo before I met in person, real life Mo? Incredible. What a honor for Alessandro Del Piero to meet Mo Del Tactico. Fantastic, huh? I'm happy. I'm really happy. Signed shirts. Beautiful, really beautiful. What's the difference between? I don't know, my friend. The difference between Del and El. Del because Del Piero. Corino, did you hear what Del Piero said about Juventus captain situation? No, I missed that. Beppe, did Colo already did his creator live video? Yeah, he did already everything. Yeah. Today we saw the first time him training with the team. I think that he was already training earlier. But today we also saw him, we spotted him. But yeah, everything is already done. Then at least, they just can read. Everything is already done. Created, recorded, edited. Don V has positive vibes about Colo. And you know what you do? You go on his channel, maximum of likes, maximum of videos that you can watch, Colo 99. I also have beautiful vibes about Colo. If I see the Nico Gonzalez that we had, I don't think I would. But I already told you, even before Nico Gonzalez, according to me, it's unnecessary to go for Zirkzee. I didn't change my mind about that. I didn't change my mind about that. I think Wednesday. What I think about Sam is impressing me. I followed him with the Utah. With the Primavera, I was really impressed. I said that will be a one-off. Attenzione! Abbiamo un prezzo! And after that one, we close. We have the first news that is telling us Chelsea want 20 million for Renato Veiga. And honestly, I would do it. I would do it. I would do it. The second news is that Nikos Kira is following the channel, and he just confirmed what I just told you. Paris Saint-Germain are working to solve Kolo Muani's situation, and Juventus are confident to officialize his signing within 48 hours. So when people said I'm confident tomorrow, I told you Wednesday. So I think that Wednesday will be the day for the official announcement of Monsieur Randal Kolo Muani that should be there against Napoli. And now I will say buonanotte to all of you. Tomorrow it's a big game. Share the message to all of you that tomorrow it's Champions League. We'll be here. Pre-game video in the morning. I will have a live in Italian on Juventus, then probably a few shorts here and there to prepare myself to the game. And then we go with the pregame here, probably at 8:30 p.m., so 30 minutes before the kickoff, the game and post-game. A game that is, we didn't speak a lot about today, but a game that honestly, if we win tomorrow, we can already take the champagne and say we are in the top 24. Top 24. And then we play Benfica, knowing that we don't have, the knife here. We can play against Benfica, thinking about a possibly top 8, maybe, depending on the other result. A last game of Champions League. Tell me if you already knew it or not. The last game of Champions League will be a thriller. Because all the games, all of them, all the last match day will be played simultaneously. So when we will do here Juve, Benfica or Benfica Juve, I don't know, we will know simultaneously, boom, boom, the Juve is there, the Juve is there, Juve is there, Juve is there, Juve is first, out, top 8, in top 8, attenzione, depending on the goal, how many goals, goal, here, it will be party. But first of all, let's focus tomorrow on Brugge, and then we see. Nino Sport can't wait, I can't wait neither. Ninozzo, grande Nino. Like the stock market. Yeah, hopefully it finished well, and not like the girl there from the token Hawk 2 there. Disaster with the fake Bitcoin. I don't know what she did. I'm happy that I have not been fooled like her. Imagine, I create a GJust token, Bitcoin, people will buy it, and then I will disappear for planet Earth. What a disaster. I don't know if you heard that story. What a disaster. All we need is continuity from Atalanta and Milan. I agree. But this guy is supported by Elon. They can do whatever they want. They are a bit stronger than the girl. Buonanotte, Frenzy. Attenzione. Let's check here first. Oh. Not even one. Not even one more. Since the last time that we updated. Because we started with 88. That went to 89. You always have that smart guy that is taking it away. Heartless. You are like when you are doing that, you know who you are. You are like the referee of a Real Madrid Juve. The one that had a garbage instead of a heart. Famous word by Gianluigi Buffon. Famous words by Gianluigi Buffon. You have a garbage instead of your heart. Ci vediamo domani. See each other tomorrow. Buonanotte, forza.